How you doing? I'm Ezra. I'm gonna drink some coffee, play a song, and maybe tell you a little story about the song. And today I'm going to talk about the first year anniversary of when I got sober. What I did to celebrate that day. That was maybe 9 years ago. And what I realized that day kind of made its way into the song I'm going to play. That, in a sense, well, not in a sense, in reality, I had to lose everything that I thought this life was about, everything I wanted in this life, to find what I really wanted. I actually didn't know what I wanted. That was a news to me. And on that first year, when I celebrated 1 year sober, that's what I realized. So I'm going to tell you about that. So this I probably would not suggest if you're getting sober. They might call this, you're testing. And I wasn't trying to test anything. I just did it. Think of it what you will. This is just what happened. I was not in the most, I was in a beautiful state, a state of grace, but my mind was still pretty slushy up there. But this is what I did, and it meant something to me. I was cleaning my truck, and that's what I did. It was a big deal. First time I cleaned my truck in a decade. No, I'm just kidding. It probably was. But I was cleaning my truck at a car wash. And I'd gotten into this thing where, the area I live, homeless people are asking for money all the time. And also, I used to frequent the liquor store. So, of course, there was always plenty of people asking for money outside. And when I got sober, I decided if you asked me and told me what you really wanted it for, then I'd give you the money. No questions. And so if somebody came up and said, I need money because my sister's in, New Jersey and she needs a bus ride down here, and the story went on and on. I know those stories, and I wouldn't usually give money. But if somebody asked, man, I need a drink, I'd give them money for a drink, or I'd go buy them a drink. I don't know if that's, you can think of that what you will. I don't know why I did that. To me, maybe because I knew that the relationship of something with me finally being honest with myself about what I was doing, that it wasn't for this or that, but I needed a drink and or something. So my first year anniversary, I was cleaning out my truck at the car wash, and I realized it was my first year, that I hadn't had a drink in a year. And I think maybe I found my desire chip. There's these little chips you can get in different programs, and I found one. And I realized at that car wash that I had not had a drink in a year. And this guy came up and asked for some money for a drink. And he just asked me for it. And I did my deal. I was like, well, yeah, let's go get you what you want. And actually, he jumped in the truck, and I took him to the 7-Eleven and bought him a 40 and drove back with him to the car wash. And he opened it up and said, aren't you going to drink? And I said, no, I don't want any. And I sat in the car with him while he drank that 40, and we just talked about life. And I just sat in the sense of peace that I had. And an understanding, I wasn't judging him. I actually knew exactly what he needed. He needed a little bit of peace. And I don't know why I did that, but I sat there. He drank the 40. We had a pleasant conversation. And then he went on his way. And that was my celebration of the first year being sober. I knew something at that year. And I couldn't put it into words then. I had built this highway through my whole life of destruction, of hurting people. And it was a secret highway. That's the worst part of my story, is most of it was secret until the end, where I just couldn't, and my family couldn't keep it hidden anymore. And it all just gushed out. And so at this time, this first year anniversary, my sins were coming to get me. It's like the police, they might put that folder in a drawer for a little while, but it's going to rotate around, and another detective's going to pick up that folder. And they had opened up the drawer, and pulled all the folders. Literally and figuratively, all my folders were being pulled, and it was all coming down like an avalanche. But I had such a peace that I couldn't even fathom before this time in my life, that there was in existence on this earth a peace like this that wasn't dependent on anything out there going right, or me having anything I wanted, because believe me, I didn't have anything I wanted. I didn't even want that old truck. I didn't have music. I didn't have, I played little shows at that time, but nobody came out to see me. My wife was leaving. The house was going to go away. There was nothing. It was all just coming down. We couldn't keep the electric on. I had money problems. I had law problems. I was a felon. I was under the threat of going to prison at that time. I found something, though, that I always wanted, but I didn't know I wanted it. I thought I wanted all this stuff. I thought I wanted that 40. I thought I wanted a nicer truck. I thought I wanted a job and a perfect marriage and a career and to be respected and people to listen to my music. I didn't want any of that. I wanted peace of mind. I wanted rest in my soul that wasn't dependent on anything going on in this world. Because if it is dependent on the world going right, it's pretty useless. I mean, look at our lives, because we can't keep the world from going on. And this song kind of came out of that. It was a little while after this that I was up in Colorado playing a house concert, sitting under the mountains and just feeling that same peace. I would hold it like an object, this peace that I had, because I'd never seen anything like it. It's the most beautiful thing I'd ever imagined. And you know what? I'm 10 years sober, and I still have that object. Now, I got to watch myself because I forget about it now. I put it away and I forget that I still have this and I can have this. And it's so much of it is just realizing that I don't have the answers. I have to look somewhere else, and I think, you know what I mean, to find that peace. And it's not dependent on me. That's really good news, because I tell y'all something, I am a screw up. So anyways, I got a little preachy maybe on that. Did I? Well, too bad. It's my coffee is stout today. So I wrote this in Colorado, under the mountains. Well, the wind is blowing over the hill. The raindrops stirring the birds of the field. I was absolutely hurting for love. The mountains raised like a curtain above. I saw the past like a river, that river enraged, with nowhere for certain to rest for the day. So I drifted in that river enough. I would have stayed there forever, lighting it up. But I can't shine if I don't glow. Peace of mind, oh, light this soul. Though all my crimes, they built this road, I don't have to walk alone. Well, the moon like an elbow, resting in space. I wonder who's looking down on that face. Sometimes I feel like an angel who got on the wrong bus. Then you know I'm that devil inside all of us. And I can't shine if I don't glow. Peace of mind, light this soul. Though all my crimes, they built this road, I don't have to walk alone. I sought to leave this old world, I was just saving face. With nowhere for certain to rest for the day. But I saw I was leaving some kind of grace. The mountains revealing sunlight on my faith. I can't shine if I don't glow. Peace of mind, oh, light this soul. And all these crimes, they might have built this road. We still shine, even though we don't have to walk alone. We don't have to walk alone. We don't have to walk alone. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed day. I got a little emotional on that.